Well, I want to talk to you about oil for a second because I did a little dive. So you believe that Canada should be rich off oil, correct?
If not else, I think Canada shouldn't import oil.
Are you talking about olive oil or
No.
like crude oil?
How much oil do you think
Yes.
we import, just out of curiosity?
I don't know. It's a couple of million barrels or something.
But are you certain of that?
Yeah. But the fact that we do is just like blows my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you
it
know-
doesn't make any sense.
But you understand that we don't take crude oil from under the ground, right? That's not how it works up here. That's not how our
It's
oil
like tar sands that they have to refine.
precisely. And do you know how expensive and terrible for the environment those tar sands are?
Extremely
expensive.
profitable, yeah.
No, not extra. This is where you are wrong.
It wasn't. 10 years ago, it wasn't. The price of oil has got up to now that it is.
Yeah, but this is the problem: is if oil dips below $110 a
Becomes
barrel,
unprofitable all of a sudden.
yes, and even then you have to realize that the Saudis' break-even point on a barrel of oil is $29.
Because it comes out just like oil.
Yeah, not to mention where they are in the world, they can sell it to Asia, Africa, Europe. They're perfectly placed. We don't have any infrastructure to ship oil.
Nope.
The pipeline we built in the 50s, it has had one oil spill a year for 80 years. So again, the damage to the environment. You act like we are the third largest holder of oil in the world, but it lays in the tar sands, which is pretty fucking useless.
It isn't.
Do you know who the number one?
Calgary, I mean, Alberta has a surplus now. Like they're making money. It's not that there has been times
That's the problem. You're
when
forgetting
oil
though.
is
That's the problem. Is
cheap
also
and it's a problem.
because we pay those oil workers real wages. The Saudis pay their oil workers half what we pay. They can pay 2.5 people for every person we pay.
It also has something to do with the Saudis have a better royalty system because it's not like it's the gas companies. If Canada owned the gas company, which we don't want monopolies, then we would get a royalty from anyone, but we don't.
The other problem
that's the big issue. But all I'm saying is we shouldn't be importing oil.
That's fine. The other problem is the Americans, they fuck us because we sell all of it to the Americans. Because like I said, we don't have the infrastructure to ship it. And the Americans basically set the price to what they're going to buy it from us. So we're at their fucking whim as well.
But
So-
if we were just drilling more,
I'm telling you, the tar sands, like if we were to utilize the tar sands to their fullest, we would destroy we would destroy 3 provinces worth of ecology.
allegedly. No, I know that those pits are a problem, but from what I understand, they do know how to clean them. Like it's not like an out of control thing.
But I'm just saying
we import oil, and that's crazy.
That's fine, but I'm just saying everything you said there is diminishing returns. Like the cleaning of it, you know what I mean? If you can just pump oil from the ground and refine it, yeah, we could be making a ton of cash. Like Venezuela is the biggest holder of oil in the world, and they have their government is
But it totally corrupt, and
again, the corruption is the reason, yes. But listen, Kamar,
they would be like a Saudi Arabia if they were.
we would be like a Saudi Arabia if
I
it
think
wasn't
so.
tar sands, if it was just oil in the
just
ground.
sweet crude, yeah.
Like, listen, I was thinking about this week, Kamar. I was thinking about how we're always sending money. Like, you're always pissed about how they're sending money to the Ukraine or whatever it is. I was thinking about it. I was like, if we didn't send any money anywhere ever and just made our country incredible, like fixed our infrastructure, fixed our healthcare, fixed everything to where the country ran perfectly and everyone was moving up, we wouldn't have to send money elsewhere because we could just say to people, listen, we've built the best country in the world. You can come here and make it better.
So you start to think foreign aid's not as cracked up as it used to be?
No. Listen, I've never thought foreign aid was like the best idea ever. Like spending $1 trillion a year to have people in Afghanistan.
But Kamar doesn't want open borders. You're barking up the wrong tree.
No, you're
there.
wrong. He said 3 weeks ago he thinks open borders is a great idea. He said in his perfect world.
To see where everyone would migrate to.
Just as a social
And
experiment.
then when they ended up there, this didn't work, we got to go back.
Yeah, go home.
Honesty system.
My point is just simple. Like, we have so much space in our country. We have so many resources, right? If we just fixed our country.
That's what I say every
and
time.
made it.
But I sound like a right winger.
Well, okay. I mean, I think it's other things you say that makes you sound like
If that's always been said about oil in Canada is the extraction and the cost. but somehow it keeps happening, and it's always been like a push shove. Had they gone ahead, I think by now it would be a smooth operation. We just should not be importing oil when we have so much oil. The biggest reason
Listen, that's a
is to
different
protect the environment.
That's a different argument. My whole thing was just I'm talking about why we aren't a oil power in the world. That was my point. I'm not saying we shouldn't. You're probably right.
There was a pipeline, but for the First Nations, they didn't do it, and it cost $1 billion not to do it, and we'd be making money on that now. But maybe there'd be oil spill and be
My point is
salmon.
We still have a pipeline that runs through native land. There still is a pipeline in Canada. We act like, there is one.
I think if we were China, we'd be rich. Like if we just went ahead and fuck the environment, fuck the world. Like we're a real nice country, but
Yeah, we say we can't clean this.
and we are rich. We're
This
the richest country
oil
in the world.
here because it'll kill our environment
resources.
with pollutants. So we'll just ship it off to some other country and let them do it. Like the whole thing is fucking silly.
Kamar, for all the shit that Joe talks about our country, I think we're the 10th biggest economy in the world, and we're like the 14th happiest country in the world. So it really isn't, there's things we don't have up here, but for the most part, I mean, our healthcare system is crumbling as we speak. But
The most interesting is I was talking to American who's migrated it, and listening to them just go on and on about how great Canada is. It gives you a different perspective and whatever you get hung up on. Anyways, we got to rate this guy.